All right, here we are back again. What we're going to do right now is we call this our lower back series number 1. We've got several of these series that we go through, take some of our clients through. This is just our basic number 1 series, and this is some of the best, most basic exercises for overall core conditioning and strengthening, and specifically this is great for lower back health. First one we're going to start with, as you can tell, Samuel is in a squat, just a normal squat position, toes pointed out, knees going out with the toes, and he's dropping down into a full squat, a deep squat, and he's extending his arms fully overhead using a ball. If you don't have a ball, just do the same movement without the ball, okay? And again, he's just squatting down, keeping good posture, and he's extending those arms straight overhead. And what that does is, as he gets those hips down there, that stretches out his hips and stretches out his lower back. And as he opens up with his arms and extends his arms overhead, that just increases that stretch, and it helps to open up that spine. This is a great movement, okay? Now next we're going to go into Superman. On the Superman, we start off on the ball, and we're going to show you also how to do it without the ball. But on the ball, you start basically in a kind of a balanced position here with your hands and your toes on the floor. And he's going to raise up his right arm and his opposite leg, which will be his left leg. And then he's going to alternate sides and go left arm, right leg. And he's going to fully extend that right arm up and by the ear and picking up his left leg. Great Superman alternating movements, right arm, left leg, left arm, right leg. Then he's going to show us how to do it without the ball. Basically, you're just going to go to your hands and your knees and do the same movement. Now, we believe it's more beneficial if you have a ball to do it on a ball. But if you don't have a ball, that's fine. You can do it this way. Is very effective also. That's our Superman, okay, alternating Superman. Now we're going to do what we call a reverse diagonal wood chop, or as some people refer to, hay balers. These right here, again, you can do it with or without the ball. If you have a ball, basically all you're going to do is you're going to have good posture. You're going to squat down, and he's going to touch the floor with touch down beside his foot with the ball, and then he's going to reach that ball up and over, extending it and rotating to the opposite shoulder. So it goes outside the left foot, up and over the right shoulder. Then he goes to the other side, and he goes outside the right foot, up and over the left shoulder. And see how he's squatting and he's reaching, rotating and reaching up and over. This is a great movement to open up the spine, and again, just to get the hips moving. Now next we're going to do what we call a reverse hyper, or reverse hyperextension. We don't want to go into what you would actually call a true hyperextension. So we could call this reverse back extension, but most people have heard of and or have done reverse hyperextensions before. Great exercise for the lower back, great exercise to open up that space and or increase the space between the vertebrae, and just open up the spine through that whole particular lower lumbar and sacral area. And as you can see, all he's doing is he's letting his upper body go lean down all the way down to the floor, to basically where his nose is almost touching the floor. He's letting his feet extend, or his legs extend, and his feet touch the floor behind him, and he's just raising those legs up to a full extension position. All right, good job, Samuel. Now next we're going to do 2 stretches, 2 basic static stretches that we like to do. You can either do these before these exercises and or after. This right here is what we have found is that most of the time when people have lower back problems, whether they're minor or severe, there's usually also tight hamstrings and tight butt muscles that are going on too with the individual. So we need to stretch those muscles out. The movements that we did, activate those muscles and get everything warmed up, and these stretches will more specifically stretch those areas. That's one thing that you always want to be conscious of, is keeping those hamstrings flexible and those booty muscles flexible. And this one leg hamstring stretch, basically all he's doing is, as you can tell, is he's pulling that leg back one leg at a time, holding it for about 15 to 20 seconds. You can hold it longer if you want to. And he's letting those hips and the hamstring muscles and everything relax as he's gradually pulling back a little further as he goes, increasing that range of motion through his through his hips and through his knee, stretching out that hamstring. Then we'll do the booty stretch. This really stretches out those glute muscles, the butt muscles, and all he's doing, as you can tell, is he's crossing one leg over the other and then pulling back. And as he pulls back his left leg, he ought to feel it in that right butt cheek, the leg that's crossed. Then he just crosses the left leg over the right, grabs the right leg, pulls it back, and then he's stretching out the left side. And again, these are two key stretches that you can do at any time. And what we recommend for this lower back series is on the exercises, the movements like the squat press, what was the other one did? The Superman, the reverse hyper, and the reverse diagonal wood chopper hay balers. We recommend you do about 10 to 20 reps going through the whole series. And then if you have time, and you will take time, go through that series 2 or 3 times doing 10 to 20 reps with each exercise.